Good morning, you guys. Let's talk about my journey with Jesus as I get ready. So first off, I just want to say, before I even met my boyfriend, I would always pray and things like that. I would read the Bible, but I would strictly stick to reading like Psalms, like popular chapters, basically. Then when we moved to Georgia, we started going to church where we started going on walks and just talking about things we could do to get closer with God and reading chapters together and things like that. I was absolutely so scared to pray. I was so scared that he would judge me. I was just so scared. I was scared that I wasn't doing it right. And he really encouraged me to pray and showed me how to pray also. I remember being so scared to even go to church. I was so nervous. I felt like I didn't fit in. And then we got baptized together and these women started praying over me and there were people praying over him and it just felt so good. Especially after getting baptized, it felt so renewing. I just felt completely rejuvenated in my life. I felt great. Now, obviously, there's definitely been some spiritual warfare since then, but I can say that we work together as a couple to grow from that and we pray, and it's so important to have God in your relationship. As an example, I bought my first car when I was 16 and it went out when I was in Georgia. The engine blew and I was so scared. I had no vehicle. I didn't know what to do. I hadn't had much help or anything. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start or anything like that. Long story short, I ended up sending my car back to Florida, and then once we moved back to Florida, I started to look for another car, and I was praying on it, asking God to show me what to do, and because I had no idea. I was so lost, and I didn't know where to start. I knew what car I wanted, and God kept revealing that car to me, and one day we went out of town to look for cars, and the car that I was going to get it wasn't from a good company. But sure enough, my boyfriend kept looking for me because he said God was showing him a specific car. I went to go look at that car and filled out the paperwork and everything. They ran my credit, and I ended up walking away with that car with perfect payments for my budget. It was definitely an eye-opener, and knowing that I didn't do it myself, but with God's help and God speaking to me through my boyfriend, it just felt so magical, and I just knew I was so blessed. It was such a rocky road once my car went out on me, but I just knew, and I kept praying, and my boyfriend kept praying, and God really showed up. So even when you have your doubts and you're scared, know that God has you.